Hi, I'm Yonita Foster, a business speaker and advisor, and today I'm going to give you a few tips on how to look at your business, products and services differently. In fast-changing times, we have to become more than creative to keep business going. Business leaders have to strike the fine balance between keeping existing customers happy while also reacting to the changes in their environment around them. Now, being forced to change the way we've always done things in business is never easy, but it's always worth it. So when you look at your business differently, you have to start at the basics. Have a look at the skills, expertise, equipment, and inventory you already have. You might have used it in one way up till now, but that doesn't mean you can't use it in other ways or for completely different things. For example, some luxury perfume companies have recently turned their production lines to making hand sanitizer. Car manufacturers started to make ventilators, and clothing companies started producing face masks. They had the equipment. They just had to figure out what the new customer needs are and how they could use what they already had to serve those customer needs. They all asked themselves two things. What will people, companies, governments spend money on right now? And how can we use what we already have to make or offer those things? Imagining how to use your existing things in a different way takes a lot of creativity, and it's really hard to be creative when you're under pressure. So it's important that you don't go through this innovation journey alone. So call on people outside of your regular circles. Have a chat or a Zoom session and ask people for ideas. Explain to them in very simplistic terms what your skills or your team skills or your equipment can do. The lack of details and the lack of experience that they have in doing what you do every day can make for really interesting ideas. Think about how children draw things or how they play imagination games. They use their own basic understanding and then create ideas, and they don't let reality get in their way. And at this stage of your thinking, that's exactly what you're after. Just ideas, whether they make sense or not. The first rule of brainstorming is to just write down all the ideas from yourself or others. It's not time yet to decide yes or no or get into a discussion of why something might not work. Only once you've captured all of the ideas, then you filter through them through the lens of possibility and current reality. And when you then look at each idea, think about whether you can actually do it or learn to do it quickly. If you have employees, ask their feedback on the ideas. They might have skills that you didn't even know about that could turn a seemingly crazy idea into the next best thing. And if you do stumble upon something that sounds like the next best thing, that sounds as if it's something that people want to buy right now, and you have the equipment and skills to bring the idea to life, what you do then is you need to, as quickly as possible, make a rough prototype or create a rough process model and test it. The new product or way of doing things doesn't need to be perfect right at the start. If you sit too long on a new idea by trying to make it perfect, others might launch before you do, and they will have the benefit of capturing the market attention first. The new rules of the game is get it out, then make it better, then make it awesome, and keep on communicating with your staff and customers throughout your growth process. You might need to change tack a few times and find something that really works for you, but give every somewhat feasible idea a really good go and make tweaks as you go along. And during this process, you might just discover something really unexpected and really wonderful. Most important of all, when you are forced to look at your business, as many are now, when you're forced to look at it differently, is to remember that accepting change isn't giving up what you worked so hard for all these years. Rather, it's signing up for taking the value of the lessons you've learned into the future. Success doesn't start with a belief that you can accomplish anything. Success starts with permission. So give yourself permission to let go, to start something new, to change, and to achieve your fullest potential.